Florida primarily grows southern highbush blueberries, which are specially bred varieties adapted to low winter chill conditions. Most commercial production is concentrated in central Florida and north central Florida. One major advantage Florida growers have is timing. Blueberry harvested in Florida often hit grocery stores in March and April before many northern states begin harvesting. That early production window can create strong market opportunities for Florida producers. Let's talk about site selection and soil preparation. Blueberries are one of the more specialized fruit crops when it comes to soil requirements. They prefer acidic soil, good drainage, and high organic matter. The ideal soil pH for blueberries is around 4.5 to 5.5. In Florida, many growers use raised beds to increase drainage and root development. Pine bark is commonly incorporated into the beds because it increases organic matter, improves aeration, and helps maintain acidity. Planting blueberries. Blueberries are typically planted during cooler months, January, February. Spacing depends on the production system and variety, but plants are usually spaced several feet apart within rows. Common southern highbush varieties in Florida include Emerald, Jewel, Arcadia, and Farthing. Many growers plant multiple compatible varieties to improve fruit set and berry size. Let's talk about irrigation. So there's a sprinkle head here. It's overhead irrigation. So it's not necessarily a regular irrigation practice. That's more for probably summer stress relief, when it's too much heat for the plants early in the beginning. But main method of irrigation is drip tape. So you see these drip tape. There are two drip tape in the bed. Could be one or two based on your soil type. That's a common method of irrigating. Sometimes growers could have microset as well. So there are two major way of irrigating drip blueberries. If you think what this is a cover. I mean, it's probably old. It was put when the plants were baby, so that it doesn't fall when there's a wind situation. But this is a older plants. They're 5-6 years old, and they are at the peak of their production. I forgot to mention that blueberry farmers used overhead sprinkler irrigation during freeze events because water releases heat when it freezes. That released heat helps keep the blueberry buds, flower, and young fruit at about 0 degrees Celsius instead of dropping to damaging temperatures. I also wanted to mention that blueberries grow very well in containers. Commercially, they are grown in 30 to 40 gallon containers. And still, you have to have a media that's low in pH with excellent drainage, as these container grown blueberries dry very fast. You need to have this frequent irrigation through a drip tape. This is summer growth. Very vigorously growing blueberry plant. Taller than me, probably 5-6 feet, whatever. There's all those new flushes. A lot of vegetative growth at this point. There are a few things growers focus during the summer. First thing is pruning. After harvest, growers typically prune blueberry plants to improve airflow, stimulate new growth, and maintain plant structure. Good pruning also help improve next season's fruit production. And the additional thing growers focus on in weed management and disease management and insect management during the hot summer months. This is the scale insect that I saw in the field. Blueberries have relatively shallow root systems, so irrigation management is extremely important in Florida's sandy soil during the hot summer months. In terms of fertilization, fertilizers are injected into the irrigation system. In addition, they are also foliarly applied. There are 3 peak periods that blueberry needs its fertilizer most, which is early spring flush, around February to April in Florida, Second is fruit sizing and harvest period, which is March to May in Florida. And third one is post harvest vegetative growth, which is during May to July. The one important thing I want to mention here is blueberry prefers ammonium form of nitrogen than nitrate form of nitrogen. And ammonium nitrate also helps to reduce the soil pH that blueberry likes. This is the flower.
Yeah.
So most of them are the bud breaking stages like this.
Yeah. This is a little bit late, a week late from this.
Okay. So how many months it takes from this bud to have a fruit?
Maybe in
Like a 3.
60 days.
This is November in Florida. Plants are still fairly green, flower buds are clearly visible, vegetative growth slows down, and canes begin hardening. You will see some flower, but not full flowering yet. Unlike northern blueberries, Florida southern highbush blueberries often do not become fully dormant, especially during warm winters. Following in December, you will see more swollen flower buds, pink bud stage, white blooms, and mixed green foliage. And also, within the same blueberry plant, you will see some sections are already flowering, whereas some other sections might be still in a budding stage. Florida blueberries are primarily harvested for the fresh market. Hand harvesting is the common method of harvesting. Some farms use machine to shake the berries and harvest them if they are selling it for processing. Blueberries are not harvested once. They ripen gradually over several weeks and are picked every 3 to 7 days. Florida's season runs from late March through early May. So this is March 3rd week. It's like peak blueberry production season. See that? Berries all over the shrub. There are few ready to pick on these shrubs, but there's some other varieties that are already being picked completely, but you can still pick from there. So in here, this is ready. Tree. Yeah. This is ready. This is ready. Although production can be challenging, Florida's early harvest window gives growers an important advantage in the fresh berry market. Florida blueberries arrive when supply is lowest and demand is highest, commanding some of the best prices in the nation. In fact, only California consistently fetches higher blueberry prices than Florida. In 2025, Florida's blueberry industry produced over 24 million pounds of fruit across approximately 5,700 acres, representing a farm gate value of approximately $85 million. I want to end this video with one of the very interesting problems that Florida blueberry growers face, that is birds. So these birds come and eat these berries, and growers will lose their yield. For that, growers use propane cannons or noise devices. These create loud boom sounds at interval. But birds can become habituated, so growers need to rotate with other methods as well. Other than using these propane cannons or fake gun, growers also use reflective tape. Sometimes they are called flash tape. This tape flashes sunlight and creates visual disturbance that scares bird. Some growers also use reflective CDs or mylar ribbons. And it sounds very weird, but it is one of the very important production problems in blueberries. That is all I have for today, and thank you very much for your time. This is just a peacock walking in avocado field. Looks less troublesome than birds.